is not a joke. Let's see who prevails.
Ya yo he dicho que no me gusta pelear con dominicanos, pero a este sí yo lo mandé a buscar para arrancarle la cabeza. Alfredo Santiago, que se prepare.
What's up, fight fans? Welcome to my channel. This is Johnny, and in today's video, we're going to be going over the statistics that nobody talks about when mentioning this weekend's fight at 140 pounds on the undercard in New York. The undercard of Subriel Matias versus Dalton Smith. We're going to be focusing on an all-Dominican affair between Alfredo Santiago and Hendri Cedeno. Boxing fans, have you ever wondered why we don't have a specific source on YouTube that you could go to that runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and give you up-to-date boxing news plus the current boxing odds? Well, my team and I behind the scenes over the last few months have been working hard to bring this product to you. It's a brand new 24/7 live stream channel called Boxing News Now. They are sponsoring this video. Go to their YouTube channel right now and become part of YouTube's first ever 24/7 boxing only live stream. Guys, before I continue, I want to say thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you to everybody who's been with me since day one. If you haven't already, could you please remember to hit subscribe? Could you also like this video? Hit the notification button on my channel so you never miss one of my world famous daily professional betting live streams. Also, guys, we launched our new Patreon. The Patreon link is pinned in the comment section below. It's a couple bucks a month. You get access to our private VIP betting Discord. Also, become a member on our YouTube channel. That link is pinned as well, a couple bucks a month. Whichever one you choose, you gain access to our Discord. The Discord is a growing community. We launched it a couple months ago. We are at around 340 VIPs in that Discord. Click the link to find out more. Guys, Hendri Cedeno is an undefeated, heavy-hitting Dominican fighter. If you're not aware of him, you might have seen him on Dewey Cooper's fight promotion, Team Combat Lead, getting a lot of single-round fights in. He is a flashy, orthodox-style fighter. Think about machismo. Think about a flashy guy who likes the cameras on him. You're talking about Bazooka. His nickname says it all. He likes to frustrate his opponents, and his fight style has got him to this moment in a great opportunity feature being on the undercard of Subriel Matias. In his opponent, if you've heard of Alfredo Santiago, this is the guy 6-7 years ago fought Devin Haney to a decision. His last loss was a stoppage loss in 2021, but since then, he's gone 4-0 with 3 knockouts. He's going to be a bit more tactical in his approach. He is the veteran. He is the more experienced guy. This guy has victories over Angel Fierro. He has victories over Javier Fortuna. So his resume speaks for itself. And when I see a veteran who at this stage of his career is put together another run in setting up opportunities at the world level, you know that he means business. So in this video, what we're going to do is break down both fighters' careers. We're going to talk a little bit about how they go about their business. I should also mention, guys, this is a level 2 Johnny Says Boxing VIP Insider video request. So Maxi H2, this video is for you. Hendri Cedeno is coming off a knockout victory over a fighter named Umama this past April. Since then, he hasn't fought any scheduled 10 or 12 rounders. He's a fun fighter. He has a cult following. This is by far his biggest step up in opposition. He wants to run downhill on you. He wants to make you uncomfortable. He will dance in style and showcase on you as well. So if you're familiar with the Dominican boxers, this guy ticks all of the boxes. Very marketable, very young, has a high knockout to win ratio. He sometimes could get a little bit too far ahead of himself, in my opinion, in terms of technique. He likes to drop his hands. He likes to land that backhand. And when he starts seeing you uncomfortable, he wants to pour it on. In his opponent is a guy who comes from a little bit of a different approach. He's also Dominican in Alfredo Santiago. Ojo's been in there with some world-class fighters, so you could call him a gatekeeper. You could call him a guy who's fought at the world level before, who's been stopped before. You could also call him a veteran who's fought his way back to the top. So this is a crossroads fight. This is a trajectory fight. This is one of those fights where you have the undefeated, young, hungry knockout artist versus the seasoned, experienced veteran. Even stylistically, when you think about Alfredo Santiago, he has no problem fighting off of his back foot. He has no problem counterboxing you. He's technical, and in my opinion, the key for victories for him in this fight will definitely be his jab and his timing. Right now, I do want to take a closer look at the undefeated Hendri Cedeno and see what he's been up to in his career. Guys, Hendri Cedeno is 16-0 with 12 knockouts. Out of 2,721 fighters in the world at 140 pounds, he's ranked number 48. He carries into the ring a 75% career knockout to win ratio and has fought a career total of 61 pro rounds. His adoring fans know him as La Bazooka, and the 27-year-old Dominican is a 5'10" orthodox fighter. He was born in La Romana, Dominican Republic, but calls Reading, PA, USA home. We last saw him fight Umara, 13-3, stopped him in the 6th. Ramos, 23-5, won a UD in the 8th. Gokia, 13-1, stopped him in the 5th. Conway, 22-3, won a UD in the 8th. Ramirez, 33-4, stopped him in the 5th. Guys, this fight against Alfredo Santiago won't only be his second ever 10-round fight. He only fought one full fight last year. He did some of these one-round fights. But hands down, it'll be the biggest name on his resume. It'll be the biggest step up in competition. And we are going to see if the 27-year-old La Bazooka is the real deal. We're going to see if that flashy style carries over to the world level. You guys know we've seen it before with reflex fighters. We've seen it before with guys who like to put on a show. If things aren't going their way and they're in there with a real classy veteran, they start fading. Their conditioning starts questioning, and you start seeing the psychological questions on the face of said fighter. Is Hendri Cedeno legit? Is he going to be one of these guys that can handle a real veteran in Santiago? Only time will tell. Right now, let's take a closer look at Ojo and see what he's been up to in his career. Guys, Alfredo Santiago is 17-2. Of his 17 wins, 8 of them come by knockout. Of his 2 losses, he's been stopped once. Out of 2,721 fighters in the world at 140 pounds, he's ranked number 30. He's fought a career total of 112 pro rounds and carries into the ring a 47% career knockout to win ratio. His adoring fans know him as Ojo, and the 31-year-old Dominican is a 5'11" orthodox fighter. He was born in Mocha but calls Fajardo, Puerto Rico home. We last saw him fight Javier Fortuna, 39-5, stopped him in the 8th. Pedro Campa, 36-3, stopped him in the 1st. Angel Fierro, 22-1, won a UD in the 10th. Carl Dargan, 20-1, stopped him in the 1st. And the fight before that was in 2021 against Ricardo Nunez. It's the only time he got stopped. I don't like doing triangle theories or boxing maths. When you look at a guy like Alfredo Santiago, you'll see a lot of names that jump off the paper. You'll see shared opponents with other really high-class fighters. All I could really talk about in terms of that resume is what has he done for us lately? What does his current status look? What is the current sort of product of Alfredo Santiago? What does that look like? And I think it looks as good as it's ever been. I see an experienced guy who's been stopped before, but I also see a guy who's learned from that mistakes, like I said, since 2021 and that stoppage loss. He is undefeated, fought 4 times. I wish he'd be a little bit more active, but with activity comes a lot of other questions. You can't always put it on the fighter. A lot of this has to do with promotional company or lack thereof. This is another opportunity for him to fight on a Subaru Matias card. This is a great feature. We know the island is going to be looking at this fight. We know the rest of North America is going to be watching this fight. Dominican versus Dominican, undefeated guy versus veteran. Like I said earlier, you're going to see in Santiago a more patient, tactical approach. Some of his flaws, in my opinion, he sometimes keeps his hands down. He sometimes forgets about going to the body. So Alfredo Santiago, if you're listening, work the body, because in a puncher like Bazooka, he's going to give you opportunities to land those body shots. It's going to be a tactical approach while it lasts. Expect front foot, fun style pressure from Cedeno, and expect a more measured approach, tactical counterboxing affair by Santiago. Santiago needs to use his jab. Cedeno needs to measure his conditioning and endurance. And all in all, I feel we have a 10-round firefight. Guys, before we look at those odds and I give you my prediction, I want to remind everybody I do live streams every single day. In those daily live streams leading up to fight night, we cover all the fights throughout the world. In those lives, we go over our long parlays, method of victories, punch props, over and unders. Join our Discord, join the Patreon. The link is pinned in the comment section below to get all of my bets. All right, guys, wherever you are in the world, let's pull out our betting apps. Currently on the money line, this fight is a 50-50 fight, literally a coin flip. The money has come in, $1.96 both ways. 100 on Santiago to win, gets your money back plus 96 bucks. The same exact thing for Hendri Cedeno. Cedeno is going to be the flashier guy. Bazooka, think about his nickname, think about his fight style. He's never been stopped. He's never lost. He has that young energy. The thing that is hard for me to get past Bazooka, though, is who has he fought, his resume. Is he ready for this step up? He's going to be going against a real veteran, a real pro, a guy who knows how to operate in there, a guy who knows how to navigate the ebbs and flows of a fight, the peaks and valleys psychologically. With my money, I'm leaning on the veteran. I'm going to put all in on the money line on Alfredo Santiago. I think his jab is going to lead him to victory. I think his tactical approach and his counterboxing and his veteran savviness is going to be too much for the flashier young Cedeno. Guys, this is not an echo chamber. In the comment section below, it's a 50-50 fight. It's a great opportunity to make money whichever way you go. So let me know, do you like Santiago or Cedeno? Also, if you haven't seen my breakdown, analysis, and prediction of the main event on this fight card between Subriel Matias and Dalton Smith, a world title fight at 140 pounds, stay tuned because that's coming up right now.